Yeah. Overshadowed by shallow minds, I'm lost in the days where the dumb unintelligible receive all the praise. Code of ethics been hella empty, I flip through the page. Too many rodents been showing us how to get through the maze. Please don't let it be you, I'm sincere. Respect and integrity will never appear. If you stabbing another man, meet his back with a spear. I'm just making it clear, reputation is everything. Once it get damaged, shit go left like a wedding ring. But maybe I'm tripping, man, I'm skipping the better things. They neglecting my lines, they refuse to accept it. Guilty living is evident, under rugs where they swept it. Kicking knowledge and breaking curses, you'll see within time. Been embracing my struggle, nigga, enjoying my climb. Teachers say when pigs fly, I'll be reaching my prime. We'll call a nigga optimist as I glide with the swine, bitch. Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, a.k.a. Mazuma TV, back at y'all with another live, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive night. I'm back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. We got to talk about what's currently going on in the boxing world. Why I feel like Shakur Stevenson versus Gervonta Davis needs to happen next, along with Turki Alalshikh taking over the boxing world, man. We got some things that we need to discuss. And shout out to everybody that's in the building already, man. We got 9 people in the building. If you could hit the like button as soon as you come in, that'd be very much appreciated, man. Let's get the algorithm on the up, and I appreciate everybody that's coming through and showing love. Shout out to MB26. Shout out to Shay, Coffee Plant, The Stranger, Boxing Film, Slime, 6UT. You know what I'm saying? Stop Motion MMA. Teach. What's going on? Teach, talk to me, my brother. I hope everything is well with y'all and y'all families, of course, man. I get my son tomorrow. I'm highly anticipating that, man. Love spending time with my son, of course. And I hope y'all doing the same, man. I hope y'all taking care of the family and doing everything that's needed, you know what I mean, for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Everything that's needed for you to do as a man, you know what I'm saying? I hope y'all taking care of y'all responsibilities before y'all come up on here. You know what I'm saying? This is a no deadbeat zone. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody that's in the building. You know what I'm saying? Now, in terms of this comment right here, he says, Mazuma TV, H Money wants you back. Can you settle your differences? First of all, how could it? That sound like some weird shit, my nigga. You talking about wants me back? What the fuck you mean want me back? I don't know. That sound like some shit my ex would say, wanting me back or some shit like that. We don't get into none of that. I don't know what you were talking about, bro. I went on that nigga channel one time. We had a discussion and that was it. You know what I mean? And he went about his situation like a little bitch. You know what I'm saying? He went about his situation like a little bitch. You know what I mean? Talking about doing shit to me when he seen me, knowing that I will beat the dog shit out of him. I don't know why he would even play with me like that. You know what I'm saying? If I was to ever run into him in person, it's smoke. And it's always going to be like that. I don't care to, make amends with anybody. You know what I mean? Oh, he mentioned me early to. Why would he mention me today? For what? For what? What is there to discuss? I mean, regardless, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know why he talking about me. He got all them subscribers. I'm a small channel. What he mentioning my name for? You know what I mean? But regardless of whether you telling the truth or not, I really don't care to speak about that, man. That shit that I don't really get into, that's old shit. And like I said, you know what I mean? I'm a man that, you know what I mean? When I say shit, I do it. So I'm expecting him to do the same shit when he see me. So, ain't nothing to really talk about. You know what I mean? He can't talk boxing with me. How can he talk boxing with me? When he ever talk about boxing? You know what I mean? He just bring people on his platform and they argue. They be on some weirdo shit. And you know what I mean? They be in the chat just, making fun of niggas. There don't be no good boxing talk on that shit. You know what I'm saying? There don't be no good boxing talk on that shit. There don't be no detailed breakdowns. You know what I mean? There don't be no objective, you know what I mean? There don't be none of that. So I don't really care to speak about any of that. Niggas getting their feelings and start yelling on there. Niggas don't do that on here. We either talk boxing or niggas just be chalk. That's just what it is. So, you know what I mean? I don't know. A lot of people speak about me, man. I guess I'm ruffling some feathers. I don't know what the situation is, but regardless, I don't even know if this dude telling the truth or not. I'm not familiar with his page at all, and maybe he just trying to stir up some shit. I don't know. Maybe he looking for some type of drama. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna check his live later on. And if it happens that he didn't speak on me at all, I'm gonna just block this dude's account, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, man, shout out to everybody that's in the building. We got 17 people. I'm appreciative of everybody that came through and is currently showing love. You know what I mean? Let's hit the like button as soon as we come in, yo. Let's hit the like button as soon as we come in. You know what I'm saying? And my subscribers starting to go up as well, man. I'm very appreciative of that as well. You know what I'm saying? We only got 9 likes. Let's get them likes up. Let's get them likes up. See what I'm saying? All right, I'll check his live out 6. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna definitely check in and see what had to be said about me. But regardless, you know what I'm saying, that shit not going, that shit ain't going to drive us off the track that we about to get on today, man. You know what I mean? Hit the like button on the way in, of course. He said, "Salute Mazuma, looking like a Muslim brother." Yeah, I hear that shit all the time, bro. That shit is funny to me. I think it's the beard. Yeah, that was definitely the beard. He said, "Mark, was that you rapping? What you talking about? The song that I just had? What you talking about? The song that I had on the intro? Yeah, that was a song that I had made in like 2020. Yeah, that was me and my homie Steven. Steven be rapping. You know what I'm saying? And I used to write little raps in high school too. You know what I mean? I wrote a couple songs. I made a couple songs. Yeah, it's definitely the beard. You know what I'm saying? I remember the one time the dude had told me, like he had greeted me. And I was like, yeah, I ain't Muslim, but salute, salute. You know what I'm saying? The afro is more your style, Mark. The caveman made you look primal. Nah, man. Yo, listen, man. I don't know about y'all, but when I don't get haircuts and my hair start, acting crazy, you know what I mean? Like niggas be talking to me different, man. I don't really be appreciating that shit. You feel what I'm saying? But I mean, once I get a haircut, everything go back to normal. He said, I like it. Feels very J. Cole. Yeah, I used to get called J. Cole a lot in high school because I didn't have a beard. I just had the mustache and then just like a little, goatee right here. And when my hair was real short, my hair was even shorter than this. I used to bring that shit all the way down and just get a high fade. Niggas used to talk about I look like J. Cole. I got pictures of like me and J. Cole together, and we do look alike, which is the crazy part. But now, like, since I got the beard and shit, I look like Jason Tatum and all these different niggas, man. But you talking about the song? Shit. Oh yeah. I mean that makes sense. I definitely modeled my rapping style after him because he was my favorite rapper and he still is. So yeah, for sure. Yo, this nigga is a blade, bro. MB is a fucking blade on the low. He gonna expose himself eventually. Yo, Ralph a clown. He said I heard Jake Paul in negotiations with Morgan Freeman. Yo, Shay, you said I might come to Philly. Why you spell Philly like that? The train. If I do, we should get some work in. What you mean by that, Shay? What you mean by work? What you mean by get some work in? You talking about working out? What you talking about sparring? What you talking about? I don't know what that mean, my brother. In Philly, calling somebody out for sparring in Philly, that's kind of disrespect. So I don't know what you're referring to, my brother. But shout out to Shay. Yeah, I mean, we got 20 people in the building, man. Let's get 6 more likes. Let's get this. Oh, okay. The neck trick. I don't know if I'm saying your name right, my brother, but I'm gonna just call you Banner. What's good? What's good? Yeah, I am a boxing coach. Yeah, I show you the ropes. I give you some game. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean, I give you the game, man. But it's to be sold, not told. You know what I'm saying? We talk about that another time, my brother. You can hit me up on Instagram, right? Right. Wait. Right here on the bottom, right here. Yeah, right there. Boom. You moving to Reading? Reading like fucking an hour and a half from Philly, bro. What you mean you moving to Reading? They ain't nowhere near Philly. I hope you know that. Where is Philly close to? Camden, New Jersey. It's close to Delaware, I guess. Delaware, like Wilmington, Delaware, probably like 45 minutes from Philly. Uh, Maryland, not close. Shit. I don't know. South Jersey is close to Philadelphia. I mean, if you're on the outskirts, Allentown probably like an hour. Bethlehem about like an hour or two. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, let's get into the boxing talk. I don't want to get too much into this. Shy Rider, West Sider, what up, my brother? He says, salute, Mazuma. You actually think we getting that Tank Shakur fight? I mean, I'm not sure. Obviously, nobody is really sure. But what I can say is that if there's any opportunity to make this fight happen, it's right now. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, with Vasyl Lomachenko not being open to fighting Gervonta Davis later on this year, and saying that he's not going to get into training until later this year, which most likely means he's not going to be available until 2025. It leaves a window of opportunity available for Shakur Stevenson to take on that fight against Gervonta Davis. From what I understand, Coach Kenny Ellis said that Gervonta is optimistic about fighting Shakur Stevenson next. From what I understand, maybe I misread his quote. I'm not sure. And then Shakur Stevenson, he's making it seem like he's willing to take that fight next as well. So let's see exactly what happens. But one thing we cannot deny is that at this point in time, it's possible. You see what I'm saying? It's possible. The stranger says Shakur could take the fight without a promotional deal. Absolutely. Absolutely. Why not? I don't see why a free agent couldn't be able to fight, Gervonta Davis. Terrence Crawford was a free agent when he fought Earl Spence. Earl Spence is a PBC fighter, just like Gervonta Davis. So it's definitely possible. You know what I'm saying? They could use that as an excuse all they want. You know what I mean? Maybe they'll try to take the Oscar De La Hoya approach and be like, oh, you're not going to fight my fighter unless you sign with me type shit. But all that's going to sound like is ducking talk because, the PBC didn't sign Terrence Crawford to fight Earl Spence. And that fight was still able to be made. You feel what I mean? So if that's possible, then, of course, with Shakur Stevenson being a free agent, that fight with Gervonta Davis could be made possible as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm just showing that it's possible because we've seen it done before. You know what I'm saying? I actually agree with this comment a lot. Shout out to Brooklyn Boy, man. He says this fight don't need to marinate. We need this now, or else it's going to end up like Wilder versus Joshua. Yeah, and there's plenty of examples of fights that just over marinated or just completely missed their time due to trying to stall these fights out. One of the biggest examples that I provide is Jarrett Hurd when he was at his peak, unified champion at 154 versus Jamel Charlo. You see what I mean? I think we lost that fight due to what I'm saying, taking tune-ups and all this bullshit. You see what I'm saying? We missed out on a great fight. We missed out on a great fight. Well, mind you, Jermel was still able to become undisputed and get his goals done. But I would have loved to have seen a peak Jarrett Hurd versus Jamel Charlo, but we missed out on that fight, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? Jarrett Hurd wanted to take a tune-up and got his ass tuned up by J-Rock. You see what I'm saying? So we missed out on that fight. You see what I'm saying? And the only people that seem to be interested in letting this fight marinate is people that have certain interests in certain fighters and don't want to see their fighters go up against the best fighters like MB26 right here. He's saying he needs more time. Y'all tripping. Boxing is a business. Well, boxing being a business is none of your business as far as I'm concerned because you're not a promoter, you're not a manager, you're not a lawyer, you're not a matchmaker. You're a boxer fan just like we all are on this platform. So why are you making the business of boxing your business? Your business as a boxer fan should be seeing the best fight the best. Am I wrong? I don't understand why you're trying to justify these fights not being made right away. As a boxer fan, you should crave these fights to happen right away. That's how I see it. I don't understand why the idea of the fight being made right away discourages you. Why does that bother you? That shouldn't bother you at all. You see what I'm saying? Let me see if let me know if my gunshot is working this motherfucker. Let me know if my gunshot is working this motherfucker, man. These dudes, they wild and they tripping. You know what I'm saying? But the business of boxing being a business is none of your business. The business is boxing. The business of boxing is none of your business if you're a boxing fan. If you're a lawyer for a boxer, if you're a matchmaker, promoter, manager, whatever, trainer, not even trainers. Trainers not even involved with the business of boxing. Their business is the fighter being ready for the fight. If you're neither one of them, then the business of boxing is none of your fucking business, bro. Straight like that. MB26 with another dumb comment. He says, it's the hard truth. It's a business. Like I said, why would Tank fight him for 20 when he literally could fight him in the fourth fight for 80? That is none of your business. Why are you so concerned with what this fighter makes? Why are you pocket watching with another fighter? Why are you pocket watching these fighters? Your main concern as a boxing fan, unless you happen to be Al Heyman or some shit, that is none of your concern. Your concern should be wanting to see both of these fighters fight each other at their peak. Shakur Stevenson, WBC lightweight champion of the world, who happens to be undefeated. Gervonta Davis, WBA lightweight champion of the world, who happens to be undefeated. Fighting each other at their peaks and not when they're further down the line. You see what I'm saying? Why do we want to see this? You see what I'm saying? Why do we give a fuck to worry about what this man is getting paid? That is none of your concern, because at the end of the day, that money ain't going towards you. Is this nigga going to donate to one of your charities? Is this nigga going to throw 10% of that in your pocket? Why are you so concerned about what this man is making, my brother? I'm confused by this mentality. And this mentality that you have is detrimental to boxing fans, because with boxing fans adopting this mentality, you guys are blatantly allowing these promoters and these businessmen in boxing to do whatever the fuck they want. And that's hold out on fights. And the last thing that we want as boxing fans is to hold off on fights. What do you mean, bro? I got to ignore this dude's comments. He's throwing off the whole trajectory of this live. You see what I'm saying? He said, we know Tank at the last fight of the deal. I don't know that. How do I know that? How do I know that? Has Tank ever said what fight number he is on this deal? He said 6 or 7 fight deal. Has this motherfucker ever said what number he's on this fight deal? That shit is none of my concern. What a fighter makes is none of my concern. My only concern is seeing these motherfuckers fight each other so I can come on this live and talk to y'all about it. That's my shit. I don't give a fuck about what a fighter making. Unless I'm getting some bread off of this motherfucker, unless I'm getting 10% of his check, I'm his trainer or something like that, and that's something that we could have a different conversation about. But simply speaking, as a boxing fan on Mazuma TV, I could give a fuck about what Tank making, whether it's 20 million, 40 million, 80 million, 120 million. I do not care. I think that you guys be using this. I think that you guys, like these boxing fans, I think that they be using this as a tactic to make sure because they scared, bro. They be scared to see they fighters in there with somebody elite because they fear their favorite fighter losing. And I think they use this as a strategy to try to hold off on the fight happening. Though their biggest fear is, you know what Gervonta Davis's fans' biggest fear is? Gervonta signing the contract to fight somebody elite, because Gervonta Davis hasn't done that yet. You see what I'm saying? He's fought some good fighters. He fought Frank Martin. He fought Ryan Garcia. He fought Mario Barrios. But neither one of them dudes are elite. Shakur Stevenson is elite. And the last thing that they want to see is both of these guys sign their name on a fucking dotted line. That's what I personally believe. Who do I think have the better trainer between the two? Between Willie Moses and Calvin Ford? Well, I think Tank got more trainers on his team as far as I'm concerned. I don't know, man. I don't know. I know Willie Moses got a good amateur by the name of Zaquin Moses and shit like that. And they putting some work in or whatever. But Calvin Ford, he's produced some good fighters as well. I mean, Gervonta Davis, I think he had Truck Simpson, he had Malik Hawkins, and he's had some solid dudes. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know who's the better trainer. I never interacted with either one of them. I should be linking up with Calvin Ford soon. For those of y'all who don't know, I think August 3rd, I'll be at the Upton Boxing Gym, for some amateur shows, for an amateur show. We're going to have a few of our fighters on that card that Calvin Ford got going on. But regardless, I could lean towards Calvin Ford because I think he has more notable fighters in his stable, but I don't know. I don't know what Willie Moses is capable of. That's just my personal opinion. I can't really speak on it, but I could at least make a guess. I don't know. I used to feel like the business of boxing wasn't our business. I thought we should just be fans for fighters fighting. However, I backtrack because as fans, we should know why fights don't go through. I mean, we should know why fights don't go through. We should be informed on these situations. However, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and be like, why would Gervonta, take a fight for 20 million when he could fight for 40 million? That's none of my business. That's none of my fucking business, bro. Now, like, as boxing fans, we should be informed, like, all right, this fight not happening because there's not enough money. But at the same time, as boxing fans, you know what I'm saying? That we still want to see it. So we regardless of the situation, you can call it selfish however you want it. You know what I'm saying? But we the ones who paying for the fights at the end of the day. We the one who paying for the pay-per-views. You know what I mean? And I feel like, you know what I mean, despite these dudes, having certain demands, they gotta do whatever they gotta do to appease the fans, because at the end of the day, these dudes not getting paid without us. You know what I mean? But that's not my business. Me advocating for a fight, marinating, is none of my business. How much a fighter gets paid is none of my business. And I don't care to have I don't care whether that guy is fighting for 20 million or 40 million. I don't care how much he get paid for. Whatever he's satisfied with, go ahead and follow through and make the fight happen, because them being in the ring together is all I care about. Do what you gotta do to make the fight happen. My main goal with talking about all of this is, coming back to the table and speaking about, Shakur defeating Gervonta, or Gervonta defeating Shakur. That's what I want to come on here and talk about. I don't want to talk about what if they fight or when they're gonna fight. I need to see this fight happen ASAP. You know what I'm saying? Uh But yeah, man, I think that this might be a blessing in disguise. Obviously, I wanted to see Gervonta versus Lomachenko. They got a lot of history. You know what I mean? That damn fight them been spoken about for like 8 years now, literally. You know what I mean? Since like 2016, 2017, they've been speaking about, Vasyl Lomachenko possibly facing Gervonta Davis, and Gervonta Davis and his handlers not being too optimistic about Gervonta fighting Loma at that point. They felt like Loma was, they felt like they was young and they could take their time, and that Loma was older and that he was rushing, so they wasn't about to move on his, type of time. You feel what I'm saying? However, now it seems like Gervonta Davis is with the shits, actually wants to face Loma. You know what I mean? But Loma, it seemed like his heart not in it. You know what I'm saying? And I told you guys in the previous video that I made that I wasn't surprised by it, because there was an older interview after the Kambosos fight that he said that he really wasn't worried about boxing, and his dad was the reason why he took the Kambosos fight. You feel what I'm saying? But he made it seem like his heart wasn't in boxing no more, and that he was ready to be done with shit. And it seems like he's following through with all of that. It seems like he's really serious, because he said that he don't want to get back into training until later this year. So he's probably not going to come back to boxing until 2025. You know what I'm saying? And that's a big if. He probably won't come back. You see what I'm saying? Bob Arum told you that Loma do whatever the fuck he want to do. Hold on. Y'all hit MB with the wrench. JK's don't fuck with MB. That's crazy. Let MB get his rocks off. He annoying and all that shit, but yeah. But watch your mouth, JK. Watch your mouth, MB. Don't talk crazy about JK though. You feel me? You know what I mean? Just let them niggas be, man. Let MB have his opinion. Y'all ain't gotta smack you with the wrench. He get emotional when y'all do that shit to him. J Cash put him on timeout for 300 seconds. That's literally 5 minutes, bro. You could stay shut for 5 minutes, bro. You be all right. Don't get permanently banned in this joint talking crazy, man. Control yourself, MB. But nah, so I said all of that shit to say that I think the Loma fight falling through with Gervonta Davis could possibly be a blessing in disguise. You see what I'm saying? Now, this all falls on Gervonta Davis. This is going to speak a lot on Gervonta Davis right now and exactly what he wants to do with his next opponent. Because if he goes on, if Gervonta Davis has the possible Shakur Stevenson fight right in front of him, and he chooses to take an Isaac Cruz rematch instead, how the fuck are boxing fans or Gervonta Davis fans in general going to justify that? You know what I'm saying? Because according to Michael Benson, seems like Gervonta Davis has 3 options in front of him. And that's possibly the Shakur Stevenson fight, which is number 1 in my opinion, William Cepeda, which is number 2 in my opinion, and the Isaac Cruz rematch, which is dead last to me. It seems like those are the three options for Gervonta Davis, considering the fact that Vasyl Lomachenko don't want nothing to do with fighting at this point in time. The nigga said he not in the mood. You feel what I'm saying? So I guess that's enough to, you know what I mean, be justified in ducking a motherfucker. Just not being in the mood, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Yo, MB, yo, shut the fuck up, bro, or you just gonna get banned, like, period, bro. Just get out your feelings, bro. You keep talking about it, I'm gonna just have niggas ban you. Like, stop crying, my nigga. Like, you sound like a little fucking girl, my nigga. Like, get out your feelings, talk this boxing. If you gonna stay in your feelings, niggas just gonna get blocked. You know what I'm saying? Just leave that shit alone. Leave that shit alone. Don't let your next message be you complaining or I'm getting you banned. So watch what you type, bro. He say something out of pocket, y'all just hit him with the wrench. Like it's really that simple. Yeah, let's talk boxing. Thank you. Yeah, that shit is all that extra shit unnecessary. Let's talk boxing. He said, I bet if it was the Haney rematch, he would be in the mood. Shit, I mean, you might be right, stranger. I don't know. I don't know what's going on in Lomachenko head, bro. It to me personally, just based off of how he spoke after the Kambosos fight, it seemed like he tapped out mentally. It just seemed like he don't want nothing to do with, you know what I mean, fighting no more. I think that Devin Haney loss took a lot out of him in terms of his motivation and what exactly his intentions is with the sport. But regardless, going back to what I was saying, he got three options in front of him. Like I said, he got the Shakur Stevenson fight, obviously. Boom. William Cepeda. And then he got the Isaac Cruz rematch. Now, based off of what he picks next, is going to say a lot about Gervonta Davis and exactly what he thinks about, you know, his boxing fans. Because obviously he hears the boxing fans calling for the Shakur Stevenson fight. There's no bigger fight for him in the lightweight division than Shakur Stevenson, in all honesty, if we keeping it real. There's nobody at lightweight that's more deserving of a fight with Gervonta Davis than Shakur Stevenson. So why not? You see what I'm saying? So if he goes around and he skips this fight and he takes a fight with William Cepeda, then you know it's an interesting fight, him and William Cepeda. Let's not get it wrong. But you know, at the same time, it's not the Shakur fight. It doesn't have the same anticipation behind it the Shakur Stevenson fight had. It doesn't have as much demand behind it. I don't really hear anybody calling for William Cepeda versus Gervonta Davis. If we being honest, I feel like there's more of a demand for Cepeda versus Shakur than Cepeda versus Tank. If we being honest, you see what I'm saying? In my personal opinion, I don't know how y'all feel, but I feel like there was more of a demand for Cepeda to fight Shakur in comparison to Gervonta Davis. That's just what I think. You see what I'm saying? But you know, if the Isaac Cruz rematch takes priority over Shakur Stevenson next, I'm judging niggas, bro. I'm sorry. Like, there's no way that Isaac Cruz, you know, obviously he came back, he beat Rolly, you know what I mean, became world champion and shit like that. But come on, man. Like, Isaac Cruz didn't change nothing up in his style. He has not improved as a fighter. He's still the same exact fighter he was when Gervonta Davis fought him initially. And even then, Gervonta Davis beat this man with one hand, outboxed him beautifully with one hand. Didn't even need his left hand, his kill shot. He didn't even need his kill shot to completely outclass Isaac Cruz. So why the fuck would I care to see a rematch? You know what I'm saying? I really don't understand that. You feel me? So I feel like this is a great window of opportunity for Shakur and Tank to fight each other. I think it's a brilliant fight. It's a pay-per-view fight. And I think that should do some good numbers, man. I think it'll do some good numbers. I'm definitely buying the pay-per-view if that shit happens next. You know what I'm saying? And may the best man win, because I think it's going to be a great style matchup. We got the elusive outboxer, you know what I mean? Accurate, you know what I mean? Technically skilled, one of the most skilled fighters in the world. Now we got Gervonta Davis, who's well-rounded, could punch like a son of a bitch. You know what I mean? Could box well, too. He got fast hands. He's explosive. He's athletic. You know what I mean? Shakur Stevenson's reflexes, his timing, you know what I mean? His overall ring IQ. You know what I mean? Gervonta having a good amount of ring IQ as well. I think this is a brilliant fight, man. And I think this shit has the makings to be a classic. I think that we'll see something out of Shakur Stevenson that we never seen before, because he's finally getting that moment that he's been waiting for, you know, since the motherfucker turned pro. You know what I mean? When Shakur Stevenson is putting that hashtag on his tweets talking about chasing greatness, this is what he's talking about. You know what I mean? This is what's going to make him great. going up and defeating a Gervonta Davis, who's at the top of his game right now, one of the most popular fighters in the sport right now. You see what I'm saying? So this is what he's talking about by chasing greatness. I think that he'll get into a different type of focus, a different type of bag. Gervonta will understand that this is like his first elite guy that he's going up against because they be having their beef back and forth, but let's not get it misunderstood. They got a shit ton of respect for each other, a shit ton of respect for each other. So with that being known, man, I'm really looking forward to seeing that fight happen. I hope that Gervonta Davis finds it within him and his team finds it within themselves to really explore that Shakur Stevenson option and making that fight happen by any means necessary because boxing fans deserve it. Boxing fans deserve it. We've been held out on so many fights, missed out on so many fights due to over marinating. You know what I'm saying? That, I feel like we honestly deserve a big fight that happened while they're both at their peaks. You know what I'm saying? The stranger said, yo, he says, yo, is it true? Hold on real quick. Damn, my camera is extremely blurry, y'all. My apologies, man. Hold on. My camera is extremely blurry. I don't know what's going on right now, y'all, but my apologies for that. But regardless, he says, yo, is it true Berlanga and Canelo is happening? No, I don't know nothing about that happening in all honesty. From what I understood, there's a lot of reports on what Canelo's going to do next. You know what I mean? It doesn't seem like anything is solidified at this point. But what I'm going to say is, I think, in all honesty, Canelo's going to go to the UK and fight Chris Eubank because I think that he's going to get a lot of euros over there. I think that should have sell out in the UK because, the UK has a huge boxing fan base. And, Canelo all about the dollar sign. So if he got to take a trip in order to get a big bag, then that's just what it's going to be. You know what I mean? One thing's for sure. Edgar Berlanga is not a star. Unless they fight in like New York or something, I don't really see that doing like huge numbers. And I don't know, man. It's a fight that I really don't care to see. I don't think Berlanga is deserving of it. I don't think Edgar. I don't think that. I don't think that. Chris Eubank is deserving of the Canelo fight neither, but I think it'll make a lot more sense than the Edgar Berlanga fight if they were to fight in the UK. I'll tell you that. The stranger, you said Eubank is reinstated. When was he banned from the UK? Because Eubank, you know what I mean? Didn't he just knock out his last opponent in the UK? When was I think you got that confused with Conor Benn. Do you got Eubank misconstrued with Conor Benn? Is that something that I missed out on? No, I didn't watch any interview, MB. I didn't watch any interview. Shout out to my boy Bomac though. I'm gonna hit him up and see if I can get something going with him. Probably after the Terrence Crawford fight, I probably interview him and let him and hear his thoughts on the MarkMazuma fight and shit like that. Oh, all right, yeah, you got him mistaken. You said ain't Eubank at 160. Eubank goes up and down. Pause. He I think he had like the IBO title at 168 at one point. So, I don't think he really minds, going up to super middleweight or coming down at 160. I think that he makes both weights comfortably. So I don't think that'll be an issue at all. He has a history of fighting in both divisions. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Canelo love beating the dog shit out dudes from the UK. Yes, he do. Yes, he do. Probably because he looks like them and he don't want to admit that he looked like them. You know what I mean? And low key when he sees them, you know what I'm saying? It reminds him of himself, and he don't want to deal with the fact that he looked like a white man. So I just think that he takes his anger out on them. Like he wants to prove he's not white. So he makes it his sole mission to beat up on them white boys. That's what I think is going on. Canelo don't want to admit that he admitted that he related to Ed Sheeran and all them dudes. He don't want to admit it. So he gets angry and he beats on them as a result. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just talking shit. Don't listen to me, man. I'm just talking shit. But yeah, man. I see y'all bringing up the Turki Alalshikh conversation. We could definitely get into that because I pretty much touch bases on you guys with the Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis fight needing to be happening next. You said Canelo grandfather Irish, I think. I don't know exactly what the situation is, but I know that Mexicans have a history of having Irish ancestry. So there's a lot of Mexicans that come from Irish ancestry. You know what I mean? There's a lot of redheaded Mexicans out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? And there's definitely a whole history thing behind that you guys could look up as well. You know what I'm saying? Just like how Puerto Rico has a huge African ancestry. Like my dad's side of my family, you know what I'm saying? It comes from Africans. You know what I'm saying? We descended from African people. You feel me? So that's just what it is. You know what I mean? And my mom's side, they were heavy Spaniards. And my mom's dad's side, they came from Africans as well. You know what I mean? A lot of the enslaved Africans that were in Puerto Rico ended up staying there, which is why, Puerto Rico has a strong African culture. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. Yeah, there's a lot of white, redheaded Mexicans with freckles where Canelo from. That's a fact. That's a fact. He said Edgar has no black history. Why is he saying the N word like that? I mean, I guess it's because of where he's from. You know what I mean? Nobody checks him in New York for saying it because everybody in New York says it. So, I mean, it's the same shit with Tiafimo and them. They say it all the time. Tiafimo was saying nigga in front of Devin and Bill Haney, and nobody checked him for it. So, you know what I mean? They must be cool with him saying it or don't have a problem with him saying it. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, you know what I mean? That's a totally different subject, man. Let's get into the boy Turki Alalshikh and what he got going on, man, because this dude is just making move after move after move. He said Fat Joe gave Edgar the pass. Fat Joe looked like every fat white redneck nigga that's, living in motherfucking Mississippi or Alabama. Fat Joe don't got no, you know what I mean? I know he got Terror Squad and all that shit, but he ain't got no black in him. Cut it off. Fat Joe ain't got no black in him. Yeah, that's a white Rican man right there. That's a fact. He ain't got no. He ain't got the hair. He don't even got a little bit of melanin in him. But let's get back to boxing films question because this was definitely a great question. He says, "How is Turkey making these big fights happen? Mark, is it simply just him offering the bag?" Um, yes. When you have the money that Turkey Alalshikh has, you can make a lot of shit happen. And I was speaking to, this woman that I know. Shout out to Michelle Rosado, Raging Babe or whatever. You know what I mean, I'll be having some good boxing conversations with her. You know what I mean? Just I asked for her opinions at some points because she's been a part of the boxing business for a while. You know what I'm saying? And she tells me all the time that every promotional company has a price tag on it. You know what I'm saying? She always says how all these promotional companies can be bought. You know what I'm saying? And they just saying that it don't take much to get these companies going in your favor. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm not gonna say much, but if you have if you have the wealth, if you have the money, everything in this box of shit can be sold. You feel what I'm saying? And I see it happening right now. I see it happening right now with Turki Alalshikh, man. That dude got a checkbook, you know what I mean, that don't have a limit. He got an infinite amount of money, it seems like. He could tap into trillions of dollars. And you can see that how the way this man is making moves, that you know what I mean? He's making a lot of shit happen. There was a lot of people that was thinking that Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn would never work together. He was able to bring them together. You see what I'm saying? And that idea of like all these boxing big promotional these big boxing promotional companies coming together to create one big boxing league. It seems like that's what Turki Alalshikh is doing little by little, man. Little by little, it seems like that's what he's doing. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, I mean, I'll just pull up the information right here for you guys to see. Let me put up Michael Benson right here on Twitter. Shout out to the boy Michael Benson, man. This is my go-to, you know what I'm saying, resource right here. So according to Michael Benson, he says Bob Arum's top ranking Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy have now signed partnerships with His Excellency Turki Alalshikh has announced. Golden Boy partnership aimed at bolstering the promotion of top-tier boxing events, starting with Virgil Ortiz versus Serhiy Bohachuk August 10th. Top-ranked partnership designed to continue to drive the promotion of world-class boxing events globally, which essentially means the same shit in all honesty. I don't even know how to say that. I don't even know. Is it? I'll be hearing them say it too, but I'm never able to pronounce it right. Is it Rida season to sponsor 12 top-ranked events in 2024 to 2025? You know what I'm saying? So seems like Turki Alalshikh is slowly but surely making that one thing that was once considered a fantasy at one point to be actual reality. You know what I'm saying? And it's simply him offering the bag. That's all it really takes to make these fights happen. You know what I'm saying? It has to be an amount of money that these guys can't refuse. It's Riyadh. Okay, Riyadh season. Okay. But that's absolutely sensational, man. Shout out to Turki Alalshikh. It seems like this man is slowly but surely becoming boxing savior if he isn't already. You see what I'm saying? Like he's really making shit happen that I would have never thought would have came together. If you would have told me that, some man just came out of nowhere and was just making deals happen and was making deals happen with all these big time promoters and was able to get them to collab on fights that seemed to be far fetched at one point, I wouldn't have believed it. I really wouldn't have believed it. But, Turki Alalshikh is coming through and is making the thing that seemed impossible at one point possible. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's major news, man. This is gonna change the entire landscape of boxing. A lot of fights that we thought weren't gonna happen are gonna start to come together now. Now, if I'm Turki Alalshikh, is your mission to get PBC on your side as well? Because it seems like that's the only piece that's really missing at this point. You see what I mean? Is Al Heyman gonna, do business with Turki Alalshikh? He already had a couple fighters over from PBC working with Turki Alalshikh, whether it was Deontay Wilder, Andy Ruiz, and I'm sure there's a few more that I'm missing, but regardless, you get the point. Is PBC gonna, work with Turki Alalshikh as well? You know what I mean? And Al Heyman has a history of liking to do business on his own or just being on his own type of time. With the substantial amount of money that Turki Alalshikh has, is Al Heyman going to give him the opportunity to, do business with him? Boxing Film says, I think Al wants to compete with him. Something in me tells me that as well. There's something in me that makes me believe that Al Heyman is going to want to go up against this man. I don't know why. I hope that I'm wrong because I would like to see all these boxing companies, all work through Turki Alalshikh to make these big fights happen. But there's something in me that tells me that Al Heyman has something up his sleeve and is willing to go up against Turki Alalshikh blow for blow to see, who's going to come out on top. It's something that just tells me that. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure that Turki Alalshikh has reached out to PBC before to make some type of business moves happen. But for some reason, it seems like PBC is the only one that's out of the mix at this point in terms of coming to an agreement with Turki Alalshikh. You see what I'm saying? Frank Warren working with Turki Alalshikh. Eddie Hearn working with Turki Alalshikh. Now Bob Earlman, Golden Boy. Who does that leave left? Who does that leave? Who's out of the mix? PBC, Al Heyman. Is Al Heyman going to conform with the rest? Like, is he gonna, side with the rest and really get this shit up and going with the substantial amount of money Turki Alalshikh has, or is he gonna go up against the machine? Is he gonna compete against the machine that is Turki Alalshikh right now? Because the more, I don't know, man. Is he gonna go up against the machine? Is he gonna compete against the machine that is Turki Alalshikh? It's a great question. And we definitely going to get our answers in due time. You know what I mean? Me personally, as a boxing fan, I would love to see PBC and Turki Alalshikh, team up to make these fights happen. But, that could be easier said than done, man. Could be easier said than done because, it just seems like Al Heyman has a different approach in comparison to all the other guys, that conduct business in the boxing world. You know what I'm saying? Al Heyman don't really like to communicate with nobody. You know what I mean? He's hard to reach. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure Turki Alalshikh has found a way to reach out to Al Heyman, but you know, I'm running in circles at this point, man. We'll see. You know what I mean? I think Al Heyman working with these guys would really set the boxing world on fire. And we will really I think that boxing fans will get a fucking kick out of this, man. Like imagine if, you take all the big promotional boxing companies and just put them in one sphere, bro. Just put them in just one world. You know what I'm saying? And through this one man, Turki Alalshikh, you able to get all these different fights that can be made in the welterweight division, the lightweight division, the super featherweight division, all the big divisions that's currently in boxing. See what I'm saying? I like how the way Al Heyman moves too. I think that he's a brilliant businessman, but you know what I mean? Is he gonna let his pride get in the way of his savviness from a business aspect? Because at this point, who wouldn't give, Turki Alalshikh an opportunity to work with them with the shit ton of money that he provides? You know what I'm saying? But we'll see that in due time, man. But I love the fact that, Turki Alalshikh is disinvested in boxing. You know what I'm saying? Because he could be doing other shit, man. Let's just keep it 1,000. He could, devote himself to, soccer. You know what I'm saying? He could devote himself to any other sport that's not boxing and be completely justified in doing so. It could be his prerogative to, go in whichever direction that he wants. You know what I'm saying? He could go into the football, the soccer or American football route. He could go the baseball route. He could go in any direction that he pleases because he has the money, he has the funds to do so. This man is a devout, you know, he's a devout, boxing fan. And you could tell that he's not like this casual boxing fan. And you know what I mean? The fact that he's solely invested in the boxing, this is exactly what boxing fans have been waiting for. Somebody to come to the rescue and make these big fights happen. And it starts on August 3rd. And a lot of people were, suspicious. I mean, not suspicious, but a lot of people were wondering whether he was going to keep the fights in Saudi Arabia. Nah, he's willing to come to the States to make these big fights happen as well. And now he's working with these big time promoters. He's working with all big time promoters to make these fights happen. So, what? Stop motion. Where you get this shit from? You said you heard Turki is dying and he is a big boxing fan and wanted to see big fights before he goes. What? Ain't no way. Ain't no way, bro. You and your conspiracy theorist bag. Ain't no way you heard that. Anybody else ever hear that? I ain't hear that. He said, I ain't gonna lie, I'm worried about his interest in boxing. He's making some good matches, but it doesn't look like he's getting much returns. How long before he decides to move on? I mean, I don't think that he's necessarily in it for returns from what I understand. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know exactly how that's going along. I don't know if he's doing that I don't know if he's doing this like off the strength or what he's doing it for. But regardless, it doesn't seem like he's gonna go anywhere anytime soon. That's definitely gotta be cat. That's a crazy ass. Yo, conspiracy theorists will take that shit wherever, bro. They will take that shit wherever they want. Like this shit, that should be crazy. Bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. They be coming up with anything. Why I gotta be all that? Why the fuck Turkey gotta be dying to make big fights happen? I've never heard that before. But anyways, um, let's get back to let's go back to anonymous question right here. He had a great question. Let's go to it. Let me scroll up to find that shit. He says, "What's some Golden Boy versus Top Rank fights y'all want to see since that's what's gonna happen clearly?" That's a great question, man. Okay, let's let me think about that a little bit. I gotta think about who Golden Boy and Top Rank have. Let's come up with that, man. Let's come up with some great fights in the comments. Top Rank versus Golden Boy. Let's see. Let's see. Hmm. Damn, I'm kind of stuck right now. My brain ain't moving. What's going on? Navarrete versus Cepeda. You must want to see Navarrete get bodied. Navarrete shitty at 135. Virgil versus Xander. Mm. Mm-hmm. And Billy versus Munguia. That's a wow. Wow. Yeah, none of them is snapping right now. Virgil versus Xander would be insane. That'll really show me exactly where the fuck Xander is at. Cause that's either gonna show me like he not as good as I thought, or he way better than I thought. I think Virgil will get him though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Something about Virgil. I don't know. Virgil might have too much dog for Xander. I don't know why. I still look at Xander like he a baby. I still look at Xander like he a baby, man. I don't know. How do y'all rate Xander's eyes? Actually, that's actually a good question because he looked good. You know what I mean? He beat up on Patrick Teixeira and all that. There was some people who wasn't really impressed with it, but that's a former world champion right there. You know what I'm saying? That he got on his resume. Abdullah Mason versus Schofield. That's a good ass fight. Loma versus Cepeda. Cepeda versus Keyshawn. Ooh. Y'all think Keyshawn can handle Cepeda right now? Like right now. Like if there was the Rumble, like right now, do you think Keyshawn could defeat Cepeda? That's a tough ass style for Keyshawn, bro. I seen Keyshawn real uncomfortable in that last fight with that dude's pressure and the roughhouse tactics. Oh man, I don't know, man. I like Abdullah against Schofield, man. I think Abdullah a lot sharper than Schofield. I think that he'll make Schofield look dumb. I don't know. Schofield real wild to me. He don't really impress me, honestly. He don't really impress me at all. That's a fight, man. So let's write this shit down. So Cepeda's in the mix for a lot of these. So that's how I know that a lot of people really want to see him fight. And he's really starting to build his name up. Cepeda's in a good majority of these right here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know if I favor Cepeda in that Keyshawn fight too. I don't know if Keyshawn gonna be able to cool. He'll land some good counters on Cepeda, but the work rate, man, the work rate and the pressure and the volume, can Keyshawn weather that storm? The pressure, the volume, man, that's a lot to deal with, bro. It's a lot to deal with. T.O. versus Kenneth Sims. T.O. don't want nothing to do with that fight, man. Who? Kenneth Sims with Golden Boy? I think I did hear about that. I think I did hear about that, yeah. Xander is good. I just need to see him continue to step up. I think Virgil gets him, bro. Virgil will beat Xander. Like Xander got good fundamentals. He got good like punch combinations. Yeah, Keyshawn combinations is a problem, but Cepeda gonna have him on the back foot. The press, I'm trying to tell you, the punching power, the engine on that dude, man, it's different, bro. That pressure is different, man. Niggas ain't never been drowned in the ring. I'm gonna say that. I could tell by like some conversations y'all be having. Y'all ain't never been drowned in like no sparring sessions or not. Bro, that shit is hard to keep up with, man. And obviously Keyshawn's a fighter. He lives the lifestyle. He's in spectacular shape. You know what I'm saying? So he might be able to keep up with Cepeda's conditioning. He might be able to keep up with Cepeda's engine. However, I don't know, man. He said, if you got paid $1 for how many times you got X Tanks versus Shakur, you would be a trillionaire. Yeah, at this point, bro, I don't even like to answer that question, man. It's like I spoke on that shit so many times. You said Keyshawn will beat him up and down Cepeda? Okay. So you guys really look at Keyshawn as like of the elite. Because I feel like if you ain't elite, you ain't beating Cepeda at 135 right now. Okay. I respect it. Josh Kelly versus Charles Conwell. Mm. Conwell gonna get him. I think Charles Conwell gonna get him. I favor Conwell in that one. I've been saying that too, Shay. You said I think Keyshawn gonna fight Shakur one day. Bro, did y'all guys see that live that Keyshawn? Listen, man, I told you guys, for those of y'all who've been tuned into my lives, I told you guys. And I had Ree on here. We was speaking about it. Go check out that live that I had, man. I was speaking about how, they acting like they friends right now. But once they both become major players in the division, like let's say Keyshawn get a belt, and bro, they're gonna have to see each other. Shakur Stevenson is too competitive to coexist with somebody else in the division. He wants to be the one. And if you standing in his way, he will rebel. He is gonna try to roll you over. So I said that they're gonna bump heads. Did you see how Shakur was like, Keyshawn was like, fight me, nigga, like on some joking shit. And Shakur was like, yeah, I'll fight you. Yeah, but you're going to have to come to Newark. He was like, I'll come to Newark. Like, I don't care. He said, and then like after that, they was like laughing it off. And Keyshawn would be like, yo, bro, it'd be so weird to fight you, bro. It'd be so weird to fight you. So they already thinking about it. They see the shit just like how we see it. I'm telling you. They see the shit how we see it already. You see what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, y'all. This fucking let me turn this camera off and turn it back on because this shit giving me I don't know why it's so fucking blurry, bro. Try and get this shit right. Let me see something. Cause I'm watching it from my phone and it just looks so blurry, like yeah, I don't know, bro. My Wi-Fi box literally right here. And it's still saying like weak signal. It's definitely a StreamYard issue for sure. And I pay $25 a month for this bullshit. But anyway, yeah, I had heard that Shakur stopped Keyshawn in the gym too. That's definitely something that I heard. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I heard. So, nah, what I'm gonna say is, all right, yeah, sorted on the next live for sure. Ryan Garcia versus Alexis Rocha. Ryan, fuck around, catch that nigga, bro. Cause it's like Ryan Garcia, he durable. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen him get hit with some shit. He stand up to it real well, and he don't mind being in the trenches with motherfuckers because he know that all he gotta do is land that hook. You know what I'm saying? I think that if he catch Rook on the money, he gonna get him up out of there. I don't know, bro. Ryan Garcia can't stand that motherfucker, but I can't ignore his abilities, bro. That's after, he gets over that 1 month, that 1 year ban, you know what I'm saying? For being a fucking cheater. Who wins Tank versus Manny at 135? Manny was a fucking monster, bro. He threw a lot of punches. You like Ryan over Fundora? Shit. I don't know. I think y'all sleeping on Fundora a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. Pacquiao threw a lot of punches. He might overwhelm Tank. Probably outworking. Said Mazuma, remember when I told you about Polo Ocaso? I'm telling you he's the boots of the light heavyweight division. Look at him in the 2020 Olympics. Okay. See what you're talking about. The boots of the light heavyweight division. Okay. I'm gonna hear you out. Yeah, it's Pacquiao. Yeah, Pacquiao volume would definitely get the Tank, and Tank face break up all easy too. His face real sensitive. Pacquiao will bust him up. I feel like. I don't know. Pacquiao is a monster in them smaller divisions. He was a monster overall, but them smaller divisions, he was just different. And he ain't get tired neither. Boots max weight 168. I don't see Boots getting to 168 for real. I think he'll cap out at 60. I think he's gonna have too much. Cause you think about it, Boots fucking about to have 40 fights in due time. You think how many fights you think he gonna have? He said every light skinned dude face sensitive, not mine. Shit. My face ain't never break up easy. I've had like small black eyes that like went away the next day type shit. My shit healed fast. But nah, what was I saying? But not even inspiring, no. My face never really swelled up. The most I get is a busted lip, but that's if I ain't like have a mouthpiece on or something. Who else do y'all think takes the L this year? Who's on the lineup? Shit. I need a schedule in front of me. Damn. Do y'all think there's a chance Bohachuk beats Virgil? Hmm. I think Better B is gonna take a L this year. That's what I think. I think Bill gonna beat him. Yeah, anonymous. You said Virgil loses? He loses to Bohachuk? Think Bohachuk beats him? Ryo loses? Yeah, he definitely. Ryo get greedy, man. Ryo get real greedy. He gets real greedy, bro. He gonna try to exchange. He gonna what big baby? You talking about Jared Anderson or you talking about Gerald Miller? Ryo get greedy. He like to exchange with motherfuckers, bro. I think Isaac gonna get him. I think Bohachuk beats him. Wow. That's gonna be a fucking war though. Stylistically, that's a fucking banger, bro. Yeah, Cruz gonna catch him with a hook. Ryo gonna have to box him, but I don't know if Ryo got that boxing shit in him, man. Ryo got a reputation for stepping on niggas. Like even when they said that he stopped T.O. in sparring, they said he was walking T.O. down, just fucking him up. You know what I'm saying? Even with Edwin De Los Santos, he got hurt by Edwin De Los Santos, but kept on trying to bang with him. That's all he know. So stylistically, he might be tailor made for somebody like Isaac. Lubin loses. Yeah, I don't see him beating Tim Zoo. Tim Zoo might be too gangster for Lubin. Yo, I didn't know that. I didn't know that Gerald Miller, Big Baby, was training in Philly. I was seeing him do like interviews, and he was training. I'm like, yo, he had Bozies. I'm like, yo, he had Bosie's dungeon. He training. I had no idea Gerald Miller was over there. The last shit I had heard about Gerald Miller was that he was fighting Andy Ruiz and that he had gotten like arrested for some shit. That's literally the last thing I ever heard from him. You sparred Tim Zoo? Word? That's crazy. I remember when I had X Booster spar one time, he was like, yeah, come on. I was like, never mind. Yeah, all right. Shit. You sparred with Tim Zoo. What gym was you training at, Shay? That's a dope experience, I guess. You from Australia, Shay? I heard the Sam Goodman too. Okay. I remember I had X Booster spar. He had just beat the shit out of my super middleweight fighter. 168, dude. Just punished him. Okay, you train in Australia. That's what's up. Mazuma, who wins Hagler versus Crawford? Hagler was a middleweight, bro. Crawford never, he hasn't even been at 154 yet. How can I assess that fight? The better question would be like Hagler versus Triple G, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Crawford never even touched 60. Hagler was a career up 160. So that one, like, I mean, I can't really answer that one. Who's the boy fighting? I forgot who he fighting. Who is Daniel Dubois fighting? Oh, he fighting AJ. Fucking dummy. That's how you know I'm tired. Yeah, AJ gonna knock him out. But I had heard a few years back, Daniel Dubois was punching on AJ in sparring. No, that's just sparring. I mean, I think AJ in a different zone right now, but Dubois been on some shit, bro. Dubois, he been wrecking shit. They been putting him through the fire. He been coming out on top. But I still think AJ gets him though. If he beat AJ, he gotta fight for a world title. Nah, Dubois ain't beat Usyk, my brother. Don't lie to the people like that. Don't do that. Now, do I think Usyk got hurt to the body? Yes. But I think he did a crafty veteran move with playing it as if it was a low blow and then getting that time to rest. I mean, you can't hit the player, hit the game. You feel me? And when he got up, what happened? He stopped Dubois. Usyk tough, bro. He pound that. Listen, Usyk is tough. Usyk is fucking tough, bro. Like he really he my pound for pound number one. I'm sorry for you to be a fucking pretty much a super middleweight in the amateurs and shit. I mean, you lost to Sean Porter in the amateurs, all types of shit. Then you debut as a cruiserweight. I mean, you dominate the cruiserweight division. You beat Tony Bellew. I mean, you become undisputed. You move up, and then they writing you off your whole heavyweight career. Like you too small. You too small. You fight Chaz Witherspoon. They talk about you ain't got no chance. I mean, you too small. You're not gonna be able to keep up with those big elite heavyweights. You know what I'm saying? Then you go and you fight AJ. You shock the world. You beat AJ. Then they talking about how AJ gonna make the adjustments and he gonna beat Usyk. He gonna use his size, and then Usyk beats him again. You know what I'm saying? Then he go and he punch on Dubois, strong ass, stop him, make him quit. You feel me? Then he goes up against Tyson Fury, who's never been beat. You know what I mean? Was the man of the division for years. Even when he beat Vladimir Klitschko, he beat the prime Deontay Wilder. You know what I mean? He goes up against Tyson Fury, bro, and damn near stops the nigga. If I was the ref, I'd have stopped the fight. Like for somebody like Alexander Usyk to do that, like he just going against the odds. He coming out on top every time, bro. You gotta get that man his respect for that, bro. What Usyk is doing is sensational, sensational. And you doing that in the heavyweight division, bro, and you undersized. You really got no business in that division. Yeah, I mean, that's why Usyk talking about going back down to cruiserweight. You know what I'm saying? After this rematch with Tyson Fury, he talking about going back down to cruiserweight, racking up them belts down there. Because he says that, it's hard. He said all he do is eat. He's struggling to keep his weight up in the heavyweight division. And he's beating these dudes, man. So this either shows either one, how great he is, or two, how bad the heavyweight division has, declined since then. Who do y'all think becomes fighter of the year? Who's in the lead right now? I feel like that shit up for grabs, bro. That shit definitely up for grabs. Can we really say, like, Usyk so far, he beat an undefeated Tyson Fury, bro. who was essentially the man of the division, in my opinion. If Usyk rematches Fury and then he stops Fury, he the fighter of the year. You think it's gonna be Bam if he gets the fight he wants? Think about it, bro. Usyk already defeated Fury. If he rematches Fury and then he stops him or beats him even more convincingly, I'm giving that shit to Usyk, bro. That shit is impressive. Let me see. Anonymous says, hard to say, but it could be Usyk Bivol if he wins, Tank if he beats Shakur, Bam if he gets Puma. I don't even know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's still up for grabs. Nobody has really done anything like too crazy where it's like hands down, no debating type shit. He said, which fighter never duck anyone? Look, this is the reality of the situation, yo. Every fighter is gonna have a fighter that they've never faced or never got to face. And some people might equate that to ducking. You know what I'm saying? Like I was watching this great informational video about like Sugar Ray Leonard and how they were saying he was a grandmaster ducker. Now, Sugar Ray Leonard, he fought the Marvin Haglers, he fought the Roberto Durans, Wilfred Benitez, Tommy Hearns. There was a lot of people that was left out of that equation. You know what I'm saying? They said he didn't fight Aaron Pryor. They said he ducked Aaron Pryor. They said that he what the fuck is this dude's name? They called him like he's from Texas, man. Fuck. It wasn't Terry Norris. But regardless of the situation, there are always going to be people that say that this guy didn't fight this person and, you know what I'm saying, all this crazy shit. Michael Nunn and Donald Curry was the one I was looking for. Stop motion. Thank you. Donald Curry. They say he didn't fight Donald Curry. Michael Nunn. Listen, you ain't going to catch them all. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We didn't get Lennox Lewis versus Riddick Bowe. There's a lot of fights we didn't get. We never got Mike Tyson versus George Foreman. We didn't get James Toney versus Bernard Hopkins. We didn't get Andre Ward versus Adonis Stevenson. Yeah. It's a fact. So it's like, which fighter? They got like fighters who fought a lot of guys. You know what I mean? Or, took on like the top challengers. They took like Oscar De La Hoya. This motherfucker done challenged everybody. Chocolatito versus NUA. Thank God Chocolatito ain't take that fight. Or didn't get that fight. I think NUA would have beat the dog shit out of him. Mm-hmm. What? Carl Thomas was home. What's homie? But he ain't ducking Eric B for real. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm lost. Azuma Nelson versus Prince Nassim. Damn. Nelson would have gave Nassim smoke. Triple G did duck Andre Ward. Yes, he did. Well, from what I heard, Andre Ward team sent Triple G team, Tom Loeffner, and them a fight offer. They turned that shit down right away through email. Triple G, you know what I'm saying? He talking crazy. Abel Sanchez, his trainer at the time, was talking crazy. We will fight anyone from 154 to 168. You know what I mean? He was willing to go up to 168 to fight Carl Froch. He was willing to go to 168 to fight Chavez Jr. And Andre Ward was like, yo, man, you going to come up to 168? Come see me. Andre Ward Triple G team went on to say that they'll fight Andre Ward at a catchweight at 164. It's like, you want me to fight you at 164, but you willing to fight Chavez Jr. and Carl Froch at the full-fledged 168? Why? Because they wanted an advantage, because they understood they was at a disadvantage going up against Andre Ward. They feared that man. You know what I'm saying? So they backed off the block, and they never touched 168 until they got that Canelo fight. That's the reality of the situation. They said Ward coming back. Yeah, I've been hearing that, but that whole little announcement that he put out was him joining that All the Smoke podcast with Steven Jackson and all them. I don't know if his last I don't know if I mixed up Stephen A with Stephen A. Smith. But Steven Jackson and the All the Smoke podcast, apparently he's gonna be like the head of like the boxing section of the All the Smoke podcast and all that shit. He got something going on with them, which is dope, man. I also want to see Andre Ward, get back in the commentary. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he's not going to be with ESPN, at least get some type of commentary job at the Zone or something like that, because it seems like the Zone going to be the new platform for all the boxing and all that shit. I would love to see Andre Ward get back in his commentating bag. I think he was an underrated commentator. And, I think that there's a lot of room for him to grow as a commentator. I miss a lot of these dudes as commentators, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I want to see. I ain't really agree with everything he said, and I disagree with him on certain things. But Max Kellerman, good commentator. I really enjoyed his commentary. Roy Jones, loved his commentary. George Foreman, liked his commentary. Lennox Lewis, liked his commentary. A lot of these former fighters provide great insight, man. Great insight. George Foreman was one of my favorites, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like how the way he spoke boxing and shit. I think he was real well spoken. The stranger said, "I don't want to hear no Steven Jackson talk boxing." Yo, did I ever tell you guys about how I had wrote about that, and Steven Jackson got mad as shit, posted me on his page, and like me and him was like arguing back and forth. Let me see if I can find this shit, man, bro. I be getting under all these celebrity niggas, bro. They all pay attention to what I say, bro. That's why Oscar De La Hoya got me blocked on Twitter, and who else? Dan Rayfield got me blocked on Twitter. Bro, everybody and their mom be having me blocked just because I be saying certain shit, and I don't even be really disrespecting these dudes. I just don't be agreeing with what they saying, and I be questioning certain shit, and they don't be liking it. So let me check Steven Jackson. He probably still got me on his fucking page. Who knows? He probably took it down. It was from a while back. This dude damn near got 1 million followers, bro. And he posted like a screenshot of him coming at me and shit. And then he had like all these dick eaters. I love how like he's completely gotten into the boxing world with literally no boxing experience, bro. It's like boxing really allows any and everybody to come into the sport without earning their stripes, bro. Like, y'all allowed Jake Paul to come into this shit. This nigga, all he had to do was box a TikToker and knock their ass out. Then all of a sudden, this man is making $30-40 million a fucking fight. Fighting washed up MMA fighters. But me and Steven Jackson had went at it on social media. He didn't like what I had to say. Let me see. Wonder if he still got me up on here. I'm sure he done deleted it. This shit was a while back. I'm gonna have to check the dates. Yeah, bro, like Steven Jackson don't know shit about boxing. And every time he come on here talking boxing. Hold on. Let me scroll back. This was back in July 8th of 2023. So this was a year and some change ago. So let me see if I could backtrack that time frame. Like, whenever he would talk boxing, bro, the nigga would literally... And I seen this dude hit the bag. He's never boxed in his life. You know what I'm saying? He had like one fight at the Palace, and I guess that was credible enough for him to, get into the boxing world. But regardless, I had questioned it. Hold on, let me see. Let me pull this shit up. Damn, but he posts a lot, bro. I'm gonna have to really go back on some shit. He posts a lot. Yeah, bro, a lot. And what that's I think that's what really pissed him off. He had posted me or whatever, like trying to expose me or some shit like that. Then there was people in the comments talking crazy to him, like they was like, yo, man, like he kind of got a point, and he was like pissed about that shit, bro. But he even said one time, the only thing I said was like, yo, bro, how can this dude talk about boxing when he's literally never came up in boxing? He's never been a part of boxing, but you know what I'm saying? He signs that he could just come into the sport and tell people about boxing or even I seen this man commentate boxing, bro. What the fuck can he tell boxing fans about boxing? What the fuck can he do? How can he do a play-by-play about boxing? That's all I was saying. I wasn't being disrespectful. I was just saying my truth. He was so mad, like, oh, you mad? Do something about it. Hey, nigga, first of all, nigga, don't even play with me like that because on some real shit, I smack the shit out your tall ass. And whatever happened after that, yeah, I mean, that's up for discussion. You know what I'm saying? I don't even don't even give me that option. You know what I'm saying? Because you gonna get me in a different bag and the niggas around me don't even play fair and none of that. And none of your niggas box. So I know we ain't gonna be at a disadvantage. Let me see. But he said one time, he even said it like, he know basketball, right? He come from basketball. He was a good basketball player too. He said, "Oh, we don't tell surgeons how to do surgery. You don't tell a surgeon how to do surgery." So he was pretty much saying, like you can't tell like a basketball player like how to move a basketball. Well, nigga, you can't commentate boxing because you've never boxed before, based off of your logic. And that's all I was really saying. And he was mad as shit about it. I'll show y'all the fucking exchange we had. I'm scrolling all the way back. This nigga posts like 3 times a day, bro. This nigga. What was it, July 8th? My fault, yeah. I'm holding this shit up. I got 18 people in the building. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Shout out to everybody that's still tuned in on the live while I'm here talking my shit. I'm trying to get back. I'm at September 23. That's how much, bro. I've been scrolling this whole time. I'm at August now. Old head, post like a motherfucker. How old is Steven Jackson? God damn. All right, I'm almost there, y'all. Let's see if he deleted it or what. Oh no, he still got me up. Yo, he still got me up. Yo, this nigga still got me up, bro. So look, I'm gonna post it in the group chat. Hold on. I had wrote, I swear only boxing allows basketball players who have no experience in boxing to get paid to speak about boxing. And he wrote, they mad, hating don't work. Get comfy, I'm just getting started. What he really saying is he wish he was me. Hating ain't healthy and it don't work. Nigga, how the fuck do I want to be like you, nigga? You don't even know boxing, bro. I know boxing. Cause you're commentating, bro. Bro, I don't give a fuck. Bro, you were commentating the prelims. Nigga, if I wanted to be somebody, which I don't really give a fuck to be anybody but me. I would want to be the nigga that's commentating the main card. Nigga, what is you talking about? So there was people in the comments. He said, Stack, yo, look at these comments, bro. They cooking him. They not lying though, Stack. Stack, you a hypocrite for this one, bashing people who give basketball opinions, although they haven't played at the highest level yet. You think it's okay to commentate on boxing? It's you who has a problem with the basketball side of the equation. Hold on. Shit. You're the same dude that condemns fans who never played the game for having an opinion on basketball. They cooking him, bro. He liked like 3 comments that was supporting him, bro. Somebody wrote, I know the truth stings, my brother. They stating the obvious. If they brought Floyd to talk basketball at live events, we already know you'd be the first one making a video and you would be correct. Bro, they cooking him. Like, they cooking him, bro. He said, show us the post. I sent it in the group chat. But yo, shit crazy, bro. And then me and him went in the DMs after that. We went back and forth after that. He said, you mad? Do something about it. Hating don't work. Count it up, sucker. That's how you know he an old head. He said, count it up, sucker. Wish it was you. I said, anytime niggas expose the obvious, they consider haters. Think about it, my guy. How the fuck would it look if they had somebody like Oscar De La Hoya sitting with NBA commentators trying to speak on LeBron or any basketball player game? Shit ass backwards. You notice this ain't really even about you. It's about the niggas who letting you get that opportunity. Get your money. I ain't tripping. And not really, my nigga. I got fighters that sign with PBC, and eventually you might have to slide to my gym to chop it up with one of them. Ex Bozy and even Scooter about Pivot. They know we one of the top gyms in Philly. At the time I was 25. I said 25 years old and already stamping my name in this shit. You bugging. This ain't one of them fat niggas talking shit on the couch. I'm true to this. You can slide past my gym whenever you around, and we can really show you the ins and outs. Shit, and even take you around to show you what the sport really is about. Never a sucker. He said, no, you tried it. My show won't be at your gym. Nigga, hating don't work. He just keeps saying that. Hating don't work. Hating don't work. Like, nigga, you know damn well you don't know nothing about boxing. I'm saying that you don't, and you mad about it. If you really felt like you knew something about boxing, you would prove me wrong. He said, hating don't work. Be ready to see me here for a long time. Stay tuned. I'm not that nigga. I said, like I said, I ain't tripping. We both know you don't know shit about boxing, though. He said, know enough to be where you want to be, nigga. Play with somebody else. Keep the hate to yourself. It don't work. And I said some shit that I'm not going to say on here. Now, we've had a conversation after that. Like, everything was cool. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, I be getting under these niggas' skin. That's all I know. Like, he would get mad when niggas who never played basketball before would be like speaking about basketball. Meanwhile, you never boxed before. Don't even know how to step into a fucking jab. You over here trying to have an opinion on boxing. And I heard him commentate too, and it was like, bro, he kept making basketball analogies while talking about boxing. I'm like, yo, can somebody get this nigga the fuck out of here, bro? Like, it'll be some shit where it's like he be, let's say they commentating Earl Spence fight or something, or they talking about Earl Spence. He be like, yeah, man, you know, like Earl Spence, man, he got a lot of dog in him, man. He remind me of a prime Kobe. He got that Mamba mentality. You know what I'm saying? He don't take no for an answer, and that's why I like that kid, man. He got that dog. You know what I'm saying? Like he got that clutch gene. That nigga, shut the fuck up. Nigga, what are you talking about? Yeah, bro. I know, bro. I'm gonna run into him, bro. Trust me. I know. It's bound to happen, bro. He's gonna do an interview with one of my fighters. Watch. Gilly definitely don't know shit. Wallow, at least he admitted. Wallow be like, man, I don't watch this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? He said, I'm just trying to make sure y'all get paid because, he support his people like that. So shout out to Wallow. But he admit he don't know nothing. Meanwhile, Gilly be saying he a fucking historian and all this shit. I'm like, nigga, you don't know shit about boxing, nigga. Who told you that you know anything about boxing? He be trying to sit there, bro. He be saying like little shit like, you don't play boxing. Or his ring IQ. Like he be saying little terms to make you think that he knows something, but the nigga don't know shit. Just like that knockout 86 nigga, bro. He was trying to tell me, this nigga, bro, I've been in boxing my whole life, and this nigga trying to tell me what range means, offensive range. And I completely used the term wrong. Had no idea what that meant. Saying that Shakur, that was what we getting into it about mainly. He was saying like Shakur was struggling with his range offensively. I'm like, how? I said, do you even know what that means? And he said, oh, it could mean multiple things. I said, no. Offensive range, like you saying that somebody's struggling with their range offensively is that they're not able to, like they're having trouble reaching their opponent or landing punches on their opponent. Oh no, but it don't mean nothing else but that. If you're struggling with your range offensively, it means you cannot find them when you're throwing punches. You're not able to, get close enough to your opponent to land punches on them. I said Shakur Stevenson landed, I forgot what it was, like 44% of his punches. And I said, if you're landing that consistently, you're not struggling with your range offensively. Like these dudes be just saying shit, but they don't be knowing what the fuck that shit even means. He's a master at distance. What does that mean? Yeah, like, what do you mean what do you mean he masters distance? What does that mean? Ring IQ. How? What makes you think he got ring IQ? How? He sets traps. What does that mean? How did he set up the trap? What does that mean? They can't tell you. These niggas just be hearing shit and they pick up on those little terms and they try to mix it into like their analysis on fights. Bro, they don't be knowing what they talking about. Gilly smart sounds smart to dumb niggas, exactly. Gilly had his son boxing at one point, and Wallow be talking about how Gilly's son was a journeyman. Gilly's son was definitely a bum. He was definitely a bum. He lucky he ain't running to me in the images. I'd have stopped this bitch ass. I'd have ran into Gilly's son in the images. I'd have broke that nigga eardrum, bro. I'd have fucked that nigga up. Wallow said that Gilly's son, not the one that passed away. No, no, I'm talking about the one that's still around. Lucky he ain't running to me in the amateurs. I'd have stopped him early too. I'd have clipped that boy. I did that nigga like H2O. Nah, that's fucked up. Chill. That's fucked up. That boy would have went out like Fundora. Nah, Wallow and Gilly are complete opposites, bro. Like Wallow, humble ass dude. He always giving game positive, and like Gilly, like the real arrogant one, like the real arrogant one that like think that like he want to be a young nigga so bad. Like Gilly, bald headed ass, like going through a midlife crisis, low key, and on some real shit. Wallow, the reason why Gilly in the position he in right now, with that $1 million worth of game and bro. Gilly was a struggling rapper before Wallow got out of jail, cuz. Real shit. Yeah. Tank mentioned our teeth. Tank mentioned our teeth over Burlington. Well, what Tank said was like, yo, like I know that kid from Philly, he bald headed, he ain't got no eyebrows, and obviously he was talking about our teeth because our teeth the only top nigga from Philly that got like alopecia and shit. And Gilly was like, yeah, I know who he is. Yeah, I know who he is, but wasn't saying no names. He was just trying to keep the conversation going. Really not giving our teeth like no type of love type shit. But then I don't know what the fuck Wallow pulled up, but Wallow like showed like our teeth on the phone, and he was like, "Yeah, that's him. Yeah, that's him." He was like, "Oh yeah, our teeth. Yeah." Like, nigga, you don't fucking know no our teeth, bro. You not involved with the boxing scene like that, my nigga. You just use the like because your platform is popular. That's what gives you the leverage to talk to these big fighters. You know what I'm saying? But you're not in tune with the boxing scene like that for you to be knowing, you know what I mean, who the top niggas in Philly is right now. He couldn't name 3 niggas that won the Golden Gloves this year. He not in tune like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he don't be knowing he don't know boxing, period. That nigga act like he know boxing. He got a little bit of interest in boxing. He a casual boxing fan. He a casual. He couldn't break down no fight and he don't do none of that. He just a popular nigga, so boxers be gravitating towards him. That's what happens. He said Charlo wanted to slap Gilly bad. I don't know. I don't be believing Charlo. I think he a weenie. He one of them niggas that get people scared when he start like getting emotional and shit. Yeah. Gilly told Shakur, you know you talking to a boxing nigga, right? Nigga, I'd be like, no the fuck I'm not, nigga. That's me. Am I talking to myself? I'm the only boxing nigga in here. That's the fuck I would have said. You know, Shakur, you know, he's soft, bro. Shakur was letting Ryan Garcia talk on the. He was all laughing with Ryan Garcia, bro. He just said all this racist shit about your people. You know what I'm saying? And you on here being all friendly with him on live. Him and Keyshawn. They brought it up too, like, yo, man, why you being racist? And Ryan was like, come on, man, y'all know I'm not racist, man. They were like, okay. And just kept talking, like, what the fuck? Yeah, Gilly, they entertaining. Don't get it wrong. I'm just talking like about they boxing knowledge. They don't know shit. But Wallow don't really give a fuck to know. So it's like it is what it is. At least he say he don't know shit. But Gilly be sitting here acting like he knows something. And he don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. Appreciate everybody that came through and tuned in on the live. I've been on here for an hour and a half and some change, man. Thank you for everybody that came through. We got 23 viewers right now. If you can hit the like button as soon as you come out, it'll be very much appreciated, man. I'm gonna get me some well-needed rest because I got work in the morning, man. You know what I'm saying? I need whatever energy I got afterwards. I need to keep for my son. So, uh, much appreciation for everybody that came through and showed love, man. Like I said, man, I got 2 new designs on MazumaMerch.com, man. Please go check out that merch. I got a promo code for y'all to use once y'all check out. If y'all use the code NATION, if y'all part of the nation, y'all part of the mob, y'all get 10% off the entire website, man. So, nah, I don't got that song uploaded anywhere, my brother. I'm sorry about that. That's an old song that I just had tucked in the files. You feel what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, I don't think it's on SoundCloud. I had it on YouTube at one point. I might have had it on my channel, but regardless, I don't think it's available online, man. That still need to be mixed and mastered. That was just like the raw cut. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, man, I'm gonna get up out of here. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that came through and showed love. You feel what I mean? I'm gonna get up out of here. Y'all hit the like, y'all hit the subscribe. If y'all new, we do this shit on the regular, man. Be on the lookout for a video and another live tomorrow. Until then, peace.